Now starting the
Any of the classes
March
in
7th,
Scotland,
2024
so
Planning Commission
had to buy my
Committee,
tickets to
Planning Commission meeting. Ms. Povidico, will you take roll?
Commissioner Devaney,
Here.
Friedrich,
Here.
Havels,
Here.
Honig,
Here.
Irwin,
Still here.
Kingsworthy,
Yes, here.
Leash,
Here.
Ortman.
Here.
Nicholas is absent. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is approval of the agenda.
Move to approve the agenda.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Next item on the agenda is approval of the February 1st, 2023 regular meeting minutes.
Move to approve the February 1st, 2023 regular meeting minutes.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Next item on the agenda is approval of the February 1st, 2023 work session meeting minutes.
Move to approve the February 1st, 2023 work session minutes.
Second.
Any discussion?
Sorry, can you correct? Are you saying 2023 or 2024?
It's,
It says
does say
2023.
had the thing.
Sorry, I was just reading it rather than noting
Yes.
that the correct year
It's
should be
just-
2020.
Can I amend my motion and restate that it is February 1st, 2024?
Yes.
All those-
Second.
Any discussion?
Amend your second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt,
Do we
but
need to correct the motion for the regular meeting minutes? Okay.
Move to reapprove the February 1st, 2024 regular meeting minutes.
I will second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Next item on the agenda is the Zoning Board of Appeals report. Commissioner Friedrich?
Nope.
Madam Chair, we did not meet.
I am so sorry.
It's okay, I know, this is my first time, it's okay.
Are we talking 2024 or 2023?
2024, we did not meet, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is communications.
There were no communications received.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is our one public hearing, SUP 2401.
Thank you. All right, so the case that we have for tonight is at 437 South Mission Street, is an application for a short-term rental. The applicant, Greg Banaski, is seeking approval for the existing structure that is roughly 1,200 square feet. It's a mixed-use building and has a store on the ground floor level with its primary entrance facing Mission Street. And they're seeking the short-term rental for the one-bedroom unit, which is accessed through the back of the building and has been utilized as a long-term rental. The property owner has been operating the short-term rental. They had it listed in Airbnb. They were not aware that they needed another rental license because they have already the long-term rental. So we communicated with them and they applied right away for the short-term rental to rectify the situation. So the property has been licensed as a rental since 2011. So it's been a while that is in compliance with all the fire department codes and everything. The current rental license expires in March 31st, 2024, but the applicant has already applied for another rental license on December of last year, and they have the fire department inspection already scheduled for March 12, 2024. So the applicant is also not proposing any site or building alterations at this time. In terms of land uses of the surrounding area, we have Reno's Car Wash onto the north. The future land use is mixed use low in the zoning CD4. On the east side, we have a single family residences. It's residential in the future land use in CD3. And then the south, we have Central Michigan Home Care. The future land use is attached residential. It's also CD4. And on the west side, we have Mr. Car Wash, target for mixed use low land use in CD4 as well. So this is what the property looks like currently. So what we mostly see is the retail establishment, and we have this beautiful mural on the side of the house. And what I think it's exciting about this property is that it's a mixed use. So it's one of the few ones along Mission. This is a view from the back of the property, looking at the parking lot that they have there. They are really well served with parking spaces. I'll talk more about it later. But the one-bedroom unit can be accessed through that door that you see there on the back. There is also ADA accessibility here with a ramp. So when looking at the special use condition, the general standards that we have for special uses, I couldn't identify anything that could be detrimental to the surrounding area. They don't have any outdoor space for the short-term rentals to aggregate, so no issues with potential noise or anything like that. Traffic-wise, it's Mission Street, it's well accessed, there is a large driveway there, and many parking spots in the back. There were no issues with the property that we could identify, no enforcement issues that are open or anything like that, so it's well functioning. In terms of the special use conditions, there are many of them that are not applicable. The other ones, they seem to meet the code as well. And again, we have another not applicable condition here, since they're not thinking about doing any expansion. But in the case they do choose to build an outdoor space in the future, they would need to come back to the Planning Commission for approval. So the staff recommendation is very simple, is to approve SUP-24-01. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for staff? If the applicant would like to come up and speak?
So the applicant is here for questions, if you have any.
Do you have any questions? Okay.
Do you guys have any questions for me at all? Because I don't have any questions at all. I just, I just wanted to come up here and make sure that I made an appearance, because I mean, we redid the building, we redid the interior of that, and just made it a really nice space. And so we're just trying to we were very sorry that we did not know that we needed another special use permit. We already have one special use permit for tarot card readers and stuff like that we went through years ago. And so for not knowing, here I am. So,
Thank you.
but anything, that's all I really have to say.
Could you just state your name?
Greg Banaski.
Thank you. Since we don't have any questions,
Yep.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
I will open up public comment if there's anyone from the public that would like to comment. I don't see anyone in person that would like to comment. Is there anyone online?
No one online?
I will close public comment and open up discussion.
Move to approve SUP 2401.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Next item on the agenda is public comment. I will open up public comment just generally, if anyone from the public would like to comment. I don't see anyone here wanting to comment. Is there anyone online that wants to comment?
No one online?
I will close public comment. And next item on the agenda is the annual report.
All right, so I've included in the packet the draft annual report to the Planning Commission. And each year, according to state law, the Planning Commission issues a report of its activity in the previous year. So this is going to be for 2023. And I did try to add a little bit more information about the good work that we all do. So I've included more information about pre-application meetings. We've been receiving so much good feedback from applicants when they come to those pre-application meetings. We have the city engineer in the room, we have the fire marshal, building safety department, and planning staff in there. And also, if it's on Mission Street, we have the DDA liaison, Michelle Sponseller, attend the meeting as well to talk about any potential funding assistance. So it's a very beneficial meeting. We don't charge anything. Some communities charge for these meetings. And it's just something that I wanted to highlight. And also, we're highlighting the report, how many of the pre-application meetings led to successful approvals at the Planning Commission. And the ones that we haven't seen yet are just on the drawing board, and we try to work as much as possible with the applicant so they have a complete application that complies with the rules. So what happens here of us just approving projects because we try to do a lot of that back work. Also, we added a project activity section to list work session items. We had so many of them last year. I really appreciate all your feedback and comment. I am working on many of those text amendments that you want to move forward with. So just wanted to take a moment to appreciate all the work that we've done with work sessions. And then there's a new section called special projects. We've been trying to collaborate as much as possible with educational institutions here in town. So we had CMU doing a lot of work. So we had an intern during the summertime that worked mostly under the building safety department, but planning was assisting as well. And the intern worked on energy efficiency research. He was basically putting together easy to read materials that we have today on our website, and you can just distribute to residential and commercial establishment owners to tell them what are the free, no-cost solutions to improve your energy efficiency in your building, what are the low-cost solutions and the more higher-cost solutions, as well as some rebates and other things like that that are available to anyone in the community. We also had 2 class projects, one of them led by Matt Leash here in the Planning Commission, as well as Mark from CMU Geography Department as well, who led another Mission Street-focused work with the students. The work that we've seen through that is basically going to feed into the sustainability plan that the City Commission will be working on this year. So I really appreciate the time from the students and professors to work on those. And then development activity, we are again highlighting some of the very cool developments that we've seen. I also listed what types of special use permits and site plan reviews that we approved last year. So we can look back year by year and ensure that we know what kinds of businesses are coming to town and applying for this permits here. So the requested action is that the Planning Commission approve the 2023 annual report.
Thank you. Any questions? Hearing no questions, would anyone like to make a motion?
Move to approve the 2023 annual report.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Next item on the agenda is Planning Commission training.
All right, so at the previous meeting when we discussed the work session, the Planning Commission has suggested that staff take into consideration doing a work session focused on training. And instead of having you or some of you going all the way to another city to a MAP conference or something like that, that instead we could bring a training to you so it's more convenient. And the theme that was discussed in the last meeting was just about the Planning Commission's role and responsibilities, how to run meetings smoothly, what are the rules that we have to abide for, and that kind of thing. So I talked with, the right slide. I spoke with the American Planning Association, and they do have several workshops that they build for the purpose of having an audience like yourselves. And the making the decisions together seemed to hit many of the items that the Planning Commission suggested in terms of topic areas. I did work with MAP to shorten the training from 2 hours to 1.5 hours, so it's not too long because we will have a regular meeting and then the work session with the training will follow. So it would be a later night when we choose to do so. But the idea would be to shorten it to 1.5 hours and also exchange some of the elements of the training to add a little bit more on public hearings and expectations that the community and the Planning Commission should have with public hearings when we see a lot of the public coming to the podium and providing their testimony. It's basically trying to address why we have that and how we should react to those comments and why they're important and so forth. So the recommendation here is that the Planning Commission approves the scheduling of an in-person Making Good Decisions Together MAP workshop at the Planning Commission's work session on May 2nd, and approve the Planning Commission's training budget expense for the same. And I forgot to mention, just a clarification, we have $1,500 a year to spend on trainings. So this would be almost that amount. It's 1,394.75 for the live in-person workshop. So I just wanted to get that approved from you. Thanks.
Any questions or a motion?
I'll move to approve the Planning Commission training.
Second.
Sorry, who's second? Okay, thank you, Lucia.
And did you need language that
Oh,
specifically
yeah, sorry.
Yes.
approves the budget expense?
Can you reinstate that?
Yeah, I can say that over here. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me over here. I apologize. Where am I at? Gotta put it right there. Okay, let's see. So I'll move to approve the scheduling of an in-person Making Good Decisions Together MAP workshop at the Planning Commission work session on May 2nd, and approve the Planning Commission's training budget expense for the same.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Next item on the agenda is the administrative, or the staff report, administrative review report.
All right, so we have approved 2 projects administratively since we last spoke. One of them is is at 2125 South Mission Street. It's for facade renovations for Five Below. So we worked with the applicant, and they're going to do a major facade renovation. We have a shorter building at that location without facade variation, without glazing. So they'll add all of those elements, and you can see a picture of the facade elevation here on the left corner of the slide. The other project is SPR 24-03 for 2010 East Preston Street. It's a new self-support communications tower for the sheriff's office. So the applicant was the county, the Isabella County office, and we got it approved after having obviously the airport review it for the height of the structure, and they are located within the footprint that they're allowed to be located by our zoning ordinance requirements. That's it.
Thank you. Any questions? I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?